Hello, it's a super sunny day today, so I've got the sun right here, and I think it's going to creep across right onto my face. So let's make this short. I'm going to do a video today about how to draw a nose. It's the simplest way I could think of, and I hope it's going to be really helpful to you. Let's get on with the video.
The nose is made up of 3 circles. So we've got one larger circle and 2 smaller circles which make up the nostrils. Now if you can't see the nostrils because of the angle that the face is at, that obviously doesn't matter right now. But if you can see the nostrils, I'm going to show you how to do that in this first picture. The nostrils, the dark black part, is going to go across where those 2 little circles meet the larger circle in the middle. Once you've got that bit in, then you can start drawing the rest of the nose. You can do up the sides of the nostrils. There's obviously a little shadow where it meets the face. And then you've got shadows again, where those smaller circles meet the larger circle, you've got some nice shadowing in there. However, when the light hits your face, it reflects off of your top lip, and there's a very slight lighter area around the nostril itself, the black part of your nose. So as you can see in this picture that I've already done, there's almost a line between the bottom of the nose and the shading above it. I'm going to show you this again on another one in a slightly different angle, slightly different width, because obviously noses just aren't the same on everybody. So again, it's 1 big circle, 2 smaller circles at the side. Although I've made these 2 smaller circles, I've made them more like egg shapes. So you can see that sometimes when you have elongated nostrils, then you can use slightly different sized circles at the side of the large circle. You can also change the shape of the large circle as well, but I have found in most cases the circle in the middle is not what you need to change. It's the smaller circles at the side that you need to be changing. In this particular one, I've made the nostrils pointing upwards a little bit more, as if the face is facing up just ever so slightly more than the other one. So now we're going to move on to another nose, a slightly different angle this time. To make the angle of the nose look downwards, you need to make those smaller circles at the side up higher against the large circle in the middle. That makes the nose point downwards. Now again, obviously if you wanted the face looking upwards, you need to put those 2 smaller circles towards the bottom of the larger circle and then change the nostrils accordingly. Obviously on this one you can't see the nostrils, but you've still got that shaded area where the side balls meet the large ball in the middle, and it's still got that reflected light off the top lip as well. Once I've finished shading this with this pencil, which is just an HB, I'm going to go over it with a darker pencil so you can see the shading properly. Hope this is helping and you're understanding. So this one's sped up a little bit so you can see exactly where I'm putting that shading, the darker areas underneath the nose and the darker areas beside the nose, and around the central area as well. There's an ever so slight shaded area across the top of that larger ball in the middle of the nose, but it is ever so slight, so don't go crazy, otherwise you're going to make that nose look like it actually does have a ball on the end of it. Moving on, I'm going to do a couple of noses at the side angle, because this one is a little bit more tricky. Again here, it's all about the shape of the balls. I'm trying to keep this very professional, I'm sorry. There's 1 large ball in the middle, and as you can see, I've done one on the right hand side, which is slightly more egg-shaped and below, and then I've got a smaller ball at the side of the larger ball higher up. So that then positions the nose in a different way. I would say you could experiment with placing them in different places, just so you can see how that does change the angle of the nose. It's so simple. Once you start doing this, you can really play about with it. This one I'm doing next is completely on one side, so you are omitting one ball. But listen, the shading is almost exactly the same. Where those two balls meet, you've got a darker area. Okay, and around the side of that smaller ball, you've still got that shadow where it hits the side of the face. And then you've still got that light hitting, reflecting from that top lip as well. Hopefully by now you're starting to see the pattern of shading that's appearing. The meeting of the two circles around the larger circle and underneath the nostrils as well. I'm going over this one with a darker pencil so you can see it in a little bit more detail. On the side, you do have to change the shading ever so slightly, but there's really not that much of a difference. Here's a quick recap for you. We have one large circle and two smaller circles either side of that large circle. Depending on where they are and where they meet, that large circle will depend on the direction of the nose and the shape of it. The nostrils will go underneath the three circles where the circles meet, and the outer part of the smaller circles are obviously the sides of the nose itself. When shading the nose, we're putting the darker areas around the outside, underneath the nostrils, and where those three circles meet in the middle. There is a really small amount of shading around that large circle in itself, and don't forget to leave that little white gap underneath where the light is reflecting from your top lip onto the underneath of the nose.
Hope you found that video helpful and it helps you draw some noses. If you would like to see some more, then I have another video on eyes and how to draw them. I'll put that somewhere up there so you can see it. Then I will probably do another one on lips and ears, and I'll definitely do one on hair as well. So look out for those. See you soon. Bye.